A note on cell phones and cameras. As technology creeps into our oasis, more and more people are having the ability to use their cell phones. I would strongly urge you to not do it. One of the gifts of this experience in the desert, being away from your normal default world, is being away from all of your electronic chains. These are not the purely helpful tools we think they are. Allow yourself to sink into the present while you're there. Allow yourself to struggle with the tools you have at your disposal, because that's when you stumble on the magic accidents. That's how you stumble into the place that you never would have gone because you're a little lost. That's where you stumble into where you're supposed to be. Cameras. There are so many people taking pictures of Burning Man now that if photography is your gift, keep in mind that there's other people that are giving the exact same gift. So it's a great thing, and if you want to take certain chunks of the week to take pictures or share pictures or do some picture project, that's great. Don't take this week as an opportunity to document this amazing place, because so many pictures now are filled with people taking pictures. Try to be present. If you want, what I suggest doing is bring a small point-and-shoot waterproof camera, something that the dust won't ruin. And rather than trying to be a photographer and capture the beauty of a scene, just capture moments that are just amazing to you. And quickly, in and out, think, oh, this is so cool, oh, that's so cool. Don't allow, especially if it's your first time, allow other people to take pictures. Allow other people to create photographic art. Experience it. Experience this place. It's very difficult to be present while you're also trying to capture the moment. There's a reason why people hire wedding photographers. Because a wedding would suck if the people getting married were like, this is the wedding of your internal artistic creative person to yourself. Don't ruin it. Dannie asked, do you wake up early or just stay up late? It's a great question, Dannie, because this is the city that never sleeps. Or it's like the city that never sleeps. And so you kind of, because the human body needs rest, especially when you're biking and walking and playing and dancing, you gotta rest at least a couple times during the week. Personally, I'm a daytime guy. Daytime and nighttime are vastly different at Burning Man. And you'll know what I mean when you get there. Daytime, the colors are bright. There's kids and families, and it's more whimsical and carnival-like. The nighttime is more like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like a little bit trippier, crazier, wackier. The lights and it's a little bit, for me it's less personal, because you don't have the eye contact with people as much at night, because you've got headlights, people wear their headlamps, they forget to turn them off, there's lights, there's blinking things. To me, it's kind of like a crazy show at night, but I find the whole thing a little bit overwhelming. So if I have to choose in terms of when I'm going to rest, I charge during the day and then rest when it gets dark. Some people I know go, no way, the day is way too hot. I can't do anything during the day. So a lot of people rest during the day and then charge all night. And that's perfectly valid too. If you do charge all night, keep in mind that it's going to be hard to sleep in the daytime unless you figure out some system. Like an RV with AC is the weakest way to do it. But you could also figure out some shade over your tent. If you've got a shade structure over your tent, it diffuses a massive amount of the heat that the beating sun in the morning will generate. And there's all sorts of threads about that on ePlaya. So I won't get into that. I'll just say that night and day, it's like yin and yang. It's like, it's personal choice. I love the daytime. That's just me. Label everything. It's a great idea. When you get to a camp, you're so giving and sharing that at the end of the week, even if people want to return things to you, whether it's a hammer, whether it's a glue gun, whether it's makeup, Sometimes you don't know where to go to return this stuff, and so every year you come home with a bunch of stuff that's not yours and you're not sure what to do with it. So take a Sharpie and write in your collar of your clothes if you want to. Sharpie on anything. Put like a lips, a fingernail polish on stuff maybe. If it's something that can take a label, make a little label for it for your tools or something. Very helpful. That's just for your name within camp. Now stuff that you're going to take out on the playa, such as your bike, put a bike tag on it with your camp address on it. Just in case somebody in their wacko state borrows your bike on accident, maybe they'll come to their senses, sober up, and go, oh my gosh, this is not my bike, and it'll have a tag on it with your address. Marco said, touch on undercover law enforcement. Well, that is significant. There is, this will be my 14th year, and one of the big things that has changed has been the presence of law enforcement. No longer are the days when you can do anything you want. Now you have to follow the laws when you're in public. Not just in public. Be very careful before sharing or offering anything that is illegal. I don't know what that might be. I personally have never done anything illegal, but let's say you've got some prescription eye drops that are just for you. You don't want to share that prescription with some stranger that says, hey, can I get a drop of those? Be careful. Don't do anything in public that you wouldn't do in front of a police officer because they're watching in ways that technology will allow them. Not only just watching, they're trying to infiltrate. So be very smart. I know that kind of limits the ability to just like, wee, free gift, take my stuff, take my eye drops. Careful.